The Heat's first game of 2013 is in Miami, where they have won 14 of their 16 games this season. Tonight, the second and final matchup this year with a team they faced in both the 2006 and 2011 NBA Finals. Welcome, everybody, inside the beautiful American Airlines Arena in Miami, where we get to enjoy the 21-8 Heat against the 13-19 Dallas Mavericks. We always hope you enjoy every bounce and basket right along with us. Miami Heat basketball on Sun Sports is proudly presented by AT&T UVerse. And a happy, healthy, basketball-filled new year to all of you out in the Heat Nation. Thank you so much, as always, for joining us. Alongside the coach, Tony Fiorentino, I'm Eric Reed. And the Heat, happy to be back home. Tonight begins a 3-game homestand. This is the first game for Miami since their 2-2 road trip ended with a Monday night overtime win in Orlando. Now, that road trip did have its ups and downs, but despite that, through 29 games, the defending NBA champs have the league's 4th best record, and Miami does sit atop the Eastern Conference. It's tight. A game up on the New York Knicks, who lost last night at home to Portland, even though they got Amari Stoudemire back, and 45 points from Carmelo Anthony. Meanwhile, the Hawks, who beat New Orleans last night, they're just a game and a half behind Miami. The Heat, keep in mind, 2-0 against Atlanta this year. Miami's 14-2 at home. As you preview the week ahead with Dallas here tonight, the Bulls without Derrick Rose on Friday, and the Washington Wizards on Sunday before the Heat head out on a 6-game road trip.
Tonight's opponent, the Dallas Mavericks, champions 2 years ago in the NBA, are really struggling this season. You see how they've lost 9 of the last 11 games. They got a poor road record. They don't do well in overtime, and they're in jeopardy of not making the playoffs for the first time in 13 years. But they're coming back somewhat. They've got Dirk Nowitzki back, the former MVP and future Hall of Famer. This guy's the best shooter at 7 feet in the history of basketball, and the offense is starting to revolve around him, and they're showing some life.
Dirk only played 17 minutes in their victory in Washington last night. Rick Carlisle hopes to keep him around that 25-minute mark and bring him off the bench again tonight. We think back to Monday night's overtime thriller in Orlando, a game where Miami had to come from behind to defeat the Magic in Orlando. And did they ever need the big three? Miami's 3 best players combined for 79 points, including the last 28. Tony, LeBron was larger than life with 10 of the Heat's 13 points in overtime.
And Eric, the 2 future Hall of Famers really came through for the Heat. LeBron played well in the whole game, but he had played the last 29 minutes at 24 points. Dwayne Wade, 5 straight games of 20 or more points. And he leads the NBA in the longest active streak of 11 straight games of shooting over 45%. So these 2 guys really did well the other night, and they're going to need that again tonight against an upstart Dallas team. And there you can see what they did in October, November, and then December. Dwayne Wade coming back from that, recouping from that knee surgery. LeBron James, one of the great Decembers in the history of the NBA. This is going to be very interesting to watch tonight, Eric.
So LeBron with the points to beat Orlando, Dwayne Wade with a game-sealing steal. Now, LeBron was the Eastern Conference Player of the Month in November, and he had a much better December. Truly a December to remember, the best month since Larry Bird did similar things in March of 1987. For LeBron, it is as elite as it gets among NBA royalty.
All eyes on me, drinks on me, girls on me, on the dance floor. All eyes on me, who is he? Then you better come get your girls up. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your nights will be. It's the games I play, words I say. They control the flow of the party all day. It's the way I dress, swag so fresh, looking like a million success progress. Rockin' pretty and poppin' when we be hippin' and hoppin'. We like an elegant event. The DJ hit when he rockin'. This is a beautiful moment. The time is fluidly growing. Energy is up.
It is time for the Cleveland Clinic Florida starting lineups. You know who it is for your Miami Heat. James, Haslam, Bosch, Wade, and Chalmers taking the floor against VC, the Matrix, Captain K-Man, Mr. Breakfast and Lunch, and I have nothing for Darren Collison tonight. The Sun Sports Spotlight is brought to you by JM Lexus. Vince Carter is in his 2nd season with the Dallas Mavericks. Last season he started 40 of the 61 regular season games he played in for the Mavs. No starts in that OKC sweep. And the Mavs won in the postseason before the sweep. Until the last two games, Carter had been coming off the bench for just under 24 minutes a night, averaging 11.6 points per game. Coach Carlisle has now used 14 different starting lineups. Now that he has Carter in the starting lineup, that's the most in the NBA. It was fruitful last night. Carter hit 9 of 14 on the way to 23 points in a win over Washington, his second highest scoring total this season. Last night, Carter started and ended the game with 2 big dunks, while Carter turns 36 later this month. Coach Carlisle says, and I quote, "He shows flashes of those things more frequently than you might think. The play at the end of the game was pivotal because I thought it sealed the game." And it was one of those classic Carter dunks. Welcome to the new year, Heat fans. Let's celebrate one more time.
Welcome to 2013. A new year, but hardly a new mission. The standards for success established in the 12 months just completed may appear to set a daunting blueprint.
Let the coronation begin. For the second time in franchise history, there'll be another parade down beautiful Biscayne Boulevard.
Just what does the new year hold in store? The questions abound. With so many formidable challengers now in the mix, can the Heat possibly repeat? Could the reigning MVP of both the regular season and the finals possibly have an even more impressive campaign in 2013? Doubt if you dare, but this team has made it a mantra to raise their game when faith is low and the stakes are high.
James again. He right now is at a special zone, and this has been one impressive, dominant performance.
And who better to inspire a measure of resolve to kick off the new year than an old but familiar foe? History, both unforgettable and regrettable, forever ties these two franchises and ensures that every matchup has meaning. May the memories of 2012 serve as a motivation for the road ahead as we begin 2013 with a bang.
January 2nd, 2013, all roads to the top of the East. Right now, riding through Miami in the Eastern Conference. Tonight's Heat telecast on Sun Sports, presented by AT&T Uverse. Game number 30 of the 2012-2013 season, and the second and final matchup this year between the Heat and the Mavericks. After 14 straight regular season losses to Dallas, the Heat have now won 3 in a row, including the December 20th matchup in Dallas, when the Heat shot 54% and rebounded the Mavericks by 11 in a 110-95 victory. Nice tip of the game delivered by Papa John's. Our officiating crew, James Capers, Mark Ayotte, and Eric Lewis. And a happy, healthy new year to Heat fans everywhere. Glad you're with us. Off we go on another Miami Heat NBA adventure. Mavericks winning last night in Washington, 103-94. Then the 6-game losing streak. O.J. Mayo, who's their leading scorer this year, at 18 points a game. He had a rough night last night shooting and a rough game against Miami, but Tony's been their best offensive player this season.
Yeah, he started off well. In Dallas, he was 3 for 14 against the Heat when the Heat beat him there.
Wade getting by Mayo for the bucket. Tony mentioned in the open, Dwayne Wade with a season best 5 straight games, better than 20 points, averaging 23 a game in that span. Chris Kaman hits the mid-range jumper. A 7-foot center in his 10th season out of Central Michigan. His first year as a Maverick could be his last. He's a free agent. Wade in the post, but missed it. And here comes the former Indiana Pacer, Darren Collison. Played against the Heat last year in the playoffs for the Pacers. Sean Marion, one-time member of the Heat with a air ball. And LeBron on his way. LeBron James defended by Vince Carter. Mayo is on Wade. Marion against Bosh, who hits the 3. 7th kaboom of the season for Chris Bosh.
4 Heat players touched the ball. They swung it from one side to the other, and Bosh caught it in rhythm.
First lead for Miami doesn't last but a few seconds. Darren Collison, the 4th-year guard out of UCLA, moving well without the ball. And Vince Carter with a perfect dish. And the Mavericks have made 3 of their first 4 shots. Vince Carter, 35 years old in his 15th season, still playing well. Nice pass by Bosch. Udonis, short. And the rebound to the Mavericks. Sean Marion, speaking of veterans, in his 14th season. Marion averaging only 10 points a game this season. Carter for three. And Udonis snaps down the rebound. Vince Carter, by the way, with 62 triples already this season. Nice catch by Dwayne. That's LeBron with the switch. O.J. Mayo defending him. Double from Collison. Shot clock is down to 4, and that's a tough foul for Collison to commit. Shot clock was under 4 seconds, and Wade at his back to the basket about 25 feet away from the hoop.
Yeah, most NBA players have that internal clock. Collison should have known that the clock was low, the shot clock. You don't reach in here. Dwayne Wade would have had the ball there with 4 seconds left, with Collison in between him and the basket. So Dwayne got bailed out there.
Well, LeBron really passing it well at the start of this game. Kaman got a piece of Haslam's shot. 27th block for Chris Kaman this season. Kaman coming over as a free agent in the offseason, a longtime member of the Los Angeles Clippers. Missed badly on the hook. Chalmers with a rebound. Kaman spent his first 8 seasons with the Clippers, and then last year played for the New Orleans Hornets. Collison with a steal. Racing with Bosch. Oh, it's a beautiful play by Collison, the way he dribbled in front of Bosch to cut off the pursuit of Bosch.
Yeah, he used the net as a defense so that Bosch couldn't block his shot.
There's Collison. LeBron missed the jumper. Excuse me, Tom. Mavericks up 3. Nice pass by Collison. Mayo is fouled by Haslam. And one thing you notice here in the first 3.5 minutes, the Mavericks change ends of the court very swiftly.
5th best fast-breaking team in the NBA, averaging 17 a game.
Rick Carlisle, the 11th year NBA head coach, his 5th season guiding Dallas. Coach of the year in the NBA in 2002 with the Pistons. An NBA championship coach in 2011.
Yeah, tonight's a clash of the last 2 NBA champions.
Mavericks beating the Heat in 2011 in a 6-game series that ended in Miami. All's fair. The Heat won their first championship in 2006, winning in 6, including Game 6 in Dallas.
It's interesting. The Heat have made 3 finals, and the two that they've won, they were not the home team. The one they were the home team, they lost.
Chalmers missing on the reverse, and the rebound saved in by Carter. With the Mavericks up by 5, Dallas has scored 6 in a row. A switch defensively. Now the Heat switching back, but Bosch is still on the point guard, Collison. Carter gets by Haslam. And Carter gets his own rebound. And draws the foul, plus the score. And Tony, the alarming trend early. Dallas getting second chances on the offensive glass, victimizing the Heat in the rebound department.
Yeah, they're getting those 50-50 situations that the Heat at times seem like they're just a step slow. And now they're going to have to get UD out with 2 quick fouls.
Yeah, 2 early fouls on Haslam. Shane Battier comes on. You know, Tony, let's frame this right off the top. The Heat this season ranked 29th in a 30-team league in rebounding. The Mavericks are dead last in rebound margin. So 2 teams that have struggled on the glass this year.
Boston is the only team that has less rebounds than the Heat this season.
So 9 straight points for Dallas. They're ahead 13-5. Kaman snaps down the rebound on LeBron's miss. And here comes the speedy Darren Collison. Kick on Battier. Stays Maverick possession. Heat, by the way, were out rebounded by 17 in Orlando on Monday. That included 18 offensive rebounds for the Magic and an NBA best 29 rebounds for Nikola Vucevic, who also had 11 off the offensive board. Heat forced Dallas into their first turnover. Wade was fouled by Carter. And Dwayne will get the Heat's first 2 free throws.
Again, the Heat off and running off a steal by Battier. When there's a turnover at the other end, when the Heat force one, they usually get something good on the offensive end.
The Heat experience will descend upon Party City in Midtown Miami tomorrow from 3 till 5 in the afternoon. First 50 customers to purchase $25 or more of Miami Heat or Fanrageous party supplies will receive 2 free tickets to Heat mascot Bernie's birthday on Sunday, January 6th, when the Heat take on Washington. Fans will also have the rare opportunity to view and take photos with a 2012 Larry O'Brien Championship Trophy. For more information, visit heat.com. Dwayne Wade, who had some free throw problems during the game in Orlando the other night. He was 3 of 10 from the free throw line, including several misses down the stretch in the fourth quarter of that game.
Made the big steal when he needed it most, though, to seal the victory in overtime.
Kamin's jumper is right on target. The 7-footer can knock down jumpers. He's averaging just under 14 points a game this year on 52% shooting. Mavericks ahead by 8. Equaling their largest lead. A Battier 3. Nope. And another rebound for O.J. Mayo. An 11-2 run here by Dallas. And a pass broken up. Here comes LeBron. Mavericks get back quickly on the defensive end. LeBron for Wade. And a good recovery by Carter. The double on Dwayne. And no second chances for a Heat team that's missed 8 of their first 10 shots. Foul on Chalmers. Basket counts for Collison. And what a start this is for Dallas.
The Heat are getting good shots at the basket. They're just not falling right now.
Well, Mario Chalmers unable to contain there Darren Collison, who was acquired with Dante Jones in the deal that sent Jan Mahinmi to Indiana. Collison last year in the playoff series against Miami averaged 9 points on 49% shooting. His downfall, 10 assists in the series with 10 turnovers.
When you play a team like this Dallas team that likes to run, you've got to have a good shooting percentage, and you've got to limit your turnovers because it's fast break city down the other end when you miss and when you turn it over.
Early lead of 11 for the visiting Dallas Mavericks.
Dallas with the early lead here in the Heat's house in the first game in American Airlines Arena in 2013. Jason Jackson courtside with you. In the battle for the best performance in the Eastern Conference in December, it's really a two-man show. Carmelo Anthony and LeBron James have been head and shoulders above the universe with their play during the holiday season. Their numbers have been astronomical, and both of them worthy of Player of the Month distinction. As we take a look at some of the numbers as we watch the amazing play. Look at these guys. I mean, you know Carmelo's going to score, but look at LeBron and everything that he does and the percentage at which he goes at it. And identical records for the teams. And just moments ago, the NBA released the winner of the Eastern Conference Player of the Month for December is your LeBron James, leading the way in excellence in basketball, not just in NBA, but globally as well. USA Basketball naming LeBron the male athlete of the year as well. So the accolades just keep coming from 2012 to 2013, Eric.
And he deserves every one of them, Jacks. Dwayne Wade has 6 points for the Heat, but Miami's down by 9. By the way, Chris Paul was named the Western Conference Player of the Month for December. The Rookies of the Month, Damian Lillard of Portland, Bradley Beal of the Washington Wizards. Miami down 18-9 halfway through this first quarter. Collison has it wiggle out. Kamin had the tip, but here comes D-Wade. The lob for James. Oh, my!
Eric, when LeBron was running down the right side, he pointed to the rim. Dwayne Wade looked to his left, knew what he was going to do with the pass. Easy play for the two of them. They've done that many times.
First score for LeBron in this game. Dirk Nowitzki in for Dallas for the first time as Marion misses on the hook. Bosh pulls down his first rebound.
Yeah, Dirk's in early in this game.
LeBron, fouled by Kamin. They don't call it. LeBron scored.
Oh, man.
He ripped right through the 7-footer Chris Kamin, and LeBron wants to talk it over with Daytona Beach native Eric Lewis. James able to weather the contact and drive right through a 7-foot center.
Take a closer look at that last fast break by the Heat. We talked about LeBron James will show, he's pointing to the basket right there. Okay, as you see LeBron. All right, there's Dwayne looking to his left. And then you're going to see the pass from Dwayne to LeBron on the dunk. And the next time down the floor, LeBron sees an opening. He's got a 7-footer on him. He gets hammered by the, well, he got fouled by Kaman on that play, but no call. There was contact, but LeBron finishes.
So LeBron James with 4 points. The Heat have scored 6 in a row. They're still down by 5. The Mavericks had raced out to an 11-point lead at 18-7. They did it with a 14-2 run. Dirk Nowitzki, the 7-footer on the baseline, his 6th game back after missing the first 27. O.J. Mayo up short. Wade hits LeBron over Collison, and Nowitzki pulls down the rebound.
Yeah, LeBron was a little too far behind the backboard that time.
He'd get back well. Mayo will fire up a 3. And the rebound on LeBron, and the Heat try to run back this way. Chalmers has Wade to his left. Lays it in.
Good job by Rio on the decision. They played the angle of the pass to Dwayne Wade, which allowed Mario Chalmers to get to the rim.
So the Heat have scored 8 straight points after that 14-2 Dallas run.
And it's all because the defense is picked up, leading to good offense.
Chris Bosh denying Kaman, and then LeBron denying Marion. Marion missing, but Kaman cleans it up and then draws a foul on Battier. And that's where an offensive rebound can just deflate a tremendous defensive effort. And Tony, it's the last step of a defensive possession, the box out and that all-important rebound. The Heat have not come up with it often enough.
The Heat don't get 5 guys bodying their man enough on a play like that. Now you can't get all 5 because you got to help on the penetration. But the Heat had 2 blocked shots in that sequence and come away with a foul.
Tony, Eric Spoelstra, the Heat head coach, addressed the Heat's rebounding concerns before the game. He said, we don't have one dominant rebounder. We have to team rebound, a collective effort for everybody. And he meant everybody to box out and go for the ball.
Well, that's basic basketball when you don't have real big, strong guys inside. Dallas has started the game 7 for 11 from the floor, missed their last 7 shots.
Chris Bosh and Mario Chalmers go to the bench. Ray Allen and Joel Anthony check in. And this is the 30-year-old Chris Kaman. Kaman able to make both. Kaman has 6 points here in the first quarter. Kaman had 12 with 7 rebounds in their win last night against the Wizards. 5-point lead for Dallas. Dante Jones is in for the Mavericks. Jones a good defender, and he's covering Battier. LeBron lofted it up. Kaman pulled it down. 5th rebound for Kaman.
LeBron had 6-foot Darren Collison on him that time. That's why he took him to the hoop.
Joel Anthony's in the game, playing center for the Heat right now as Nowitzki turns and misses. LeBron off and running with a rebound. Finds Allen for a wing 3. Kaboom! What a perfect combination. LeBron spotting Allen in an open spot from downtown. So the Heat are down by 2, virtue of an 11-2 run. Mayo knocking it down from deep in 2-point land. O.J. Mayo, first 4 years with the Memphis Grizzlies. Mayo has 6 points here in the quarter. LeBron with a left. Anthony swept it out right to Darren Collison. Collison all the way in. Battier with a blocked shot. The Mavericks will maintain possession.
Yeah, that wasn't a good decision by Collison that time. He had 4 white shirts back. Collison trying to go 1-on-4 in that play. You can see 3 of them right there. Actually 1-on-3 with Ray Allen back as well. He had open teammates that time.
Shane Battier's first block tonight is 25th of the season, and that Exmo replay was brought to you by Rand Eye Institute. Rick Carlisle bringing Vince Carter back in. O.J. Mayo goes to the bench. You know, Carter is 35 years old. He's averaging 23 minutes a game, and that is by design. Rick Carlisle said Vince has kept himself in great shape, but he says, I am struggling to keep Carter's minutes under 30 a game. Keep him fresh all season long. Carter is having a good season for a 15-year veteran. Dirk over Battier, knocks it down. First score for Nowitzki, who is in his 15th NBA season. Mavericks up 5. Check it, up 6, 24-18. Allen for 3. And the rebound to Vince Carter. The lob for Elton Brand. And the veteran lays it in, plus a foul on Battier. Now, right now, the Mavericks pouring it on in the paint. That is their 14th point in the paint here in the first quarter.
And a lot of it is coming off Heat misses. Not so much turnovers, but when the Heat miss the field goal attempt, the Mavericks are off and running, and they're beating the Heat down the floor in some of these plays.
Elton Brand having his lowest scoring season of his 14-year NBA career, just 6.5 points a game for the former two-time All-Star, who didn't play in the first matchup between these clubs, out with a strained groin. Battier with his second foul comes out. Norris Cole and Mike Miller are both in. Elton Brand, a victim of the amnesty waiver move by the Philadelphia 76ers in the offseason. Three-point play for Brand. The Mavericks have made their first 7 free throws, and they lead it 27-18.
It looks like the Mavericks are in a zone. They are in a 2-3 matchup zone.
7 straight points for Dallas with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Ray Allen had it knocked out of bounds by Dante Jones. Dante Jones, another former Indiana Pacer who took part in that second-round playoff series against Miami a year ago. 8 on the shot clock for the Heat. Into Joel, who missed it over the top of Brand. Nowitzki down with a rebound.
Good play. Joel got a good shot.
The Heat do not have an offensive rebound in this game yet. They're being out-rebounded 19-8 already. Elton Brand tries to turn the corner on Joel Anthony. This is Brand, and that is good. The 33-year-old Elton Brand, originally from Peekskill, New York. Brand played at Duke collegiately. Elton started his career with the Bulls 2 years and 6 seasons with the Clippers. A Miller three, in and out. And another defensive rebound for Dallas. So they've out-rebounded the Heat 20-8. Jones, skipping and flying through the lane. He drew a foul on Mike Miller. Only the Dallas defense definitely in the attack mode here in the first quarter.
And Miller that time was a half a step slow. On that side of the floor, you want to keep that man out of the middle going right. And that was his right hand, so trying to force him the other way where you can get good baseline rotation.
Stay tuned for a look at a special memory from the Heat's 25-year history, brought to you by South and Vista, your Dade and Broward BMW centers. Tonight we're going to look back at the most important fourth quarter comeback in Heat history. Game 3 of the 2006 NBA Finals against Dallas. You don't want to miss that. Dante Jones playing with his 5th different team. Played in all 33 games this year for the Mavericks, including 13 starts. Gets one of the two, the first free throw missed by the Mavericks on their 9th attempt. They're up 30-18. That's a 10-0 run by Dallas.
Mavericks have a foul to give if they want to use it.
LeBron with a sweet kiss off the glass. 6 points for James here in the first quarter. 10-point lead for the Mavs. Roderick Beaubois in the game for Dallas. Lightning quick point guard. Out of Guadalupe. Dirk was short. Ray Allen picked the rebound off the floor. Allen gets a good screen from Joel. And Cole got tangled up. It's going to be a jump ball. And Cole and Brand in a little push and shove underneath the Miami basket.
See Cole trying to take his man off the dribble. But the defender gets in there, Beaubois. Now they've got a little, they're going to put, Elton Brand's going to step in. That wasn't him. he good try. And you're going to see the back tap here, hopefully, for the Heat. Right back there. See the 2 white shirts? There you go.
The Heat do control the tip, but just 7 seconds left on the 24-second clock. LeBron's pass deflected into Joel, and he got fouled by Dirk. Well, only the dexterity and the court vision of LeBron James able to salvage that play. Dirk Nowitzki picking up his first foul. Joel Anthony headed to the foul line.
And LeBron looked like he almost lost it, picked it up in traffic. Still had the frame of mind to hit Joel inside, and he'll be on the line.
Joel Anthony had an 8-point game against Orlando the other night. 8 points, his season high. He also had 3 rebounds in just 12 minutes. And coach, how about Joel going 4 for 5 from the free throw line, including several crucial free throws.
Had a big basket at the end of the third quarter to cut the deficit from 9 to 7.
Heat fans, if you want the inside scoop on your favorite NBA team, log on to FoxSportsFlorida.com. Join Barry LeBrock and Chris Thomason for the AT&T Uverse Ask the Expert chat on all of your Miami Heat questions. Barry and Chris will be online through the whole broadcast tonight. They're ready to give you their expert opinion on anything you want to discuss regarding tonight's game. Now 2 for 2 free throwing for Joel Anthony, who's shooting his free throws at a 78% clip this year. Heat are down by 8. Mayo with a clock running out in the first quarter. So Miami shoots just 35% in the first quarter, gets out rebounded by 8, and trails by 8. We head to the second quarter and remind you that Heat basketball on Sun Sports is presented by AT&T Uverse. This 25th anniversary season of Miami Heat basketball is being brought to you on Sun Sports by Southeast Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealer for great deals today. By AT&T, the new wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit att.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. And by Steak and Shake. Come in a Steak and Shake for 4 meals under $4. Steak and Shake, famous for steak burgers. Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one tonight, look forward to Miller Time later in our broadcast, brought to you by Miller Lite. With Jason Jackson, the coach, Tony Fiorentino, and our Sun Sports crew, I'm Eric Reed. Thanks for joining us. Second quarter just underway with the Heat down 30-22. Ray Allen driving through the Dallas defense for the reverse. Allen with 5 points off the Heat bench.
Ray takes advantage of defenders thinking he's going to stop taking shots.
Elton Brand missing his first shot after going 2 for 2 coming off the bench late in the first quarter. Tony, one familiar problem for Miami, rebounding. The 19 rebounds for Dallas, the most for any opponent in any quarter this season. Joel Anthony, a guy that can help in that regard. Guy brings his hard hat and his blue collar every time he comes to his office, which is any court he steps on. But Tony, the Heat being out-rebounded in this game by 8 through 1 quarter against a Dallas team that is last in the NBA in rebound margin.
It's been a recurring theme all season long for the Heat.
Tony, one thing that's very unusual, the Heat have been out-rebounded by 15 rebounds or more 4 different times this season. Ignore for a moment the San Antonio game. 4 different times they've been out-rebounded by 15 or more, and remarkably, they've won all 4. They're one of only 5 teams in the NBA above 500 when being out-rebounded by 10 or more a game. Now, how do you compare that? If you look at the whole league, teams that have been out-rebounded by 10 or more in a game have won 39 and lost 100. So, on an average, you see how hard it is to win when you've been out-rebounded by that many, yet the Heat have been able to do that. Tony, you wonder at what point the rebounding problems will hurt the Heat.
Yeah, well, there's 2 thoughts about that. Number one, in the playoffs, that becomes compounded. I'm not sure you can win an NBA championship getting out rebounded like that. And number 2, the one stat that really works in the Heat's favor is when they have a low turnover margin, they win the game no matter what the other stats are. So that's really the crucial stat for the Heat, turnover stat.
Rodrigue Beaubois with his 9th triple of the season. The Mavericks go up by 9. 10.5 left here in the second quarter. Mavericks shooting 40% with 2 turnovers. The Heat 35%, only 1 turnover.
And Eric, for the second time this season, we only saw it for the first time the other night in Orlando. The Heat are playing Bosh and Joel Anthony together.
Tony, Miami's made just 9 of their 27 shots, yet they only have 1 offensive rebound. A glaring deficiency right now. O.J. Mayo, good hesitation dribble. Mayo has 6. And Dallas is pouring it on. They're ahead by 11. Their largest lead was 12 at 30-18 near the end of the first quarter.
This Bosh-Anthony combo worked well the other night against the big lineup from Orlando, so the Heat are going to come back with it.
Tony, that big lineup that Jacques Vaughn used, the first-year head coach of the Magic, was eye-opening when he went with Hedo Turkoglu And Josh McRoberts, along with Nick Vucevic, it really worked well against Miami on Monday night.
It did. Most teams like to match up when the Heat go small. He had 3 guards on the floor with the big and with LeBron. And they went big, and they really dominated the boards on the Heat and almost pulled out an overtime victory.
After an 8-minute stint for Nowitzki with 2 points and 4 rebounds, he comes out. Vince Carter back in. 8 on the shot clock. Cole for Miller. Good closeout by Carter. Cole with a teardrop. First score for Norris Cole. Cole needs that quickness against Beaubois defensively. And here comes Norris with a jetpack on.
What he does, come right back at the opponent. And you play against a team that likes to run. As long as you don't turn the ball over, you can run back at them.
The quickness of Cole helping Miami on both ends of the floor. Defensively on Beaubois. And no better sight right now than Cole to the hole. Well, we'll be back on the air with you Friday night. Note the late start time at 8. Heat Live delivered by Papa John's at 7:30. The Heat and the Bulls split 4 games a year ago. This will be the first meeting this season between Luol Deng, Carlos Boozer, Joakim Noah, Kurt Heinrich, and the Bulls. Derrick Rose will make the trip for Chicago, but he's not expected to play, not for at least another few weeks. The Chicago Bulls with the NBA's 5th best record in the Eastern Conference at 16-13. They're 5 games behind the Heat in the Eastern Conference standings. Tonight, the Bulls playing in Orlando. And at the half, Chicago has a 54-46 lead. Carlos Boozer already has 17 points. Also at halftime, Cleveland leading Sacramento 53-52. Pacers at the half at home leading the Wizards 47-39. And Memphis has a 6-point lead midway through the second quarter in Boston. Marion defended well by Bosch. Sean Marion has missed his first 5 shots in this game. Here comes Cole. And he threw it away. That time left his feet without a real good idea of what was coming next.
Well, the Heat had 2 guys almost in the same spot. You want to have better spacing than that as well.
Here's Vince Carter rising up from downtown. And Sean Marion now with a rebound. A Mayo 3. O.J. Mayo, his 75th triple this season. Mayo is second in the NBA in 3-point percentage. Tony has the 4th most 3-point field goals this season in the NBA. Mayo having a renaissance in his first go-round with Dallas.
Those are second chance points, so now they're up 10-2 on the Heat on second chance points.
Bosch lays it in, draws the foul on Elton Brand. Only the 2nd field goal tonight for Chris Bosch, who came in averaging 18 points a game.
Good pass inside. Chris got good position, and then a good pass leading him into the play. And Brand tries to recover, and he puts his left hand on Bosch's shoulder.
First foul on Elton Brand, and the first team foul on Dallas. Chris Kaman comes in for Brand. Darren Collison replaces Roderick Beaubois. And there's Kaman. Some fans here at the arena were shouting at him that thought he was Brian Cardinal. Right look, wrong guy. 6 points for Chris Bosch. Either 5 of 7 at the foul line.
Kaman's a better player than Brian Cardinal.
Chris Kaman, who went in Dwayne Wade's draft.
He went right after Wade.
After Dwayne.
Yes.
Miami had a chance to select Kaman out of Central Michigan. Kaman's best season back in the 09-2010 campaign with the Clippers when he averaged 18.5 points and 9 rebounds a game.
You remember at that time the Heat needed a point guard or a center, and with the 5th pick, Pat Riley went with the best player available in Dwayne Wade, and as they say, the rest is history.
Kaman an All-Star just once back in 2010 with the Clippers. Missed on the fadeaway. Miller with a rebound. Heat trail by 7. Miami has trailed most of this first half. Dwayne Wade operating against Carter. Miller for 3. Come on. First points tonight off his 29th triple of the season.
What do you do, Eric? Wade's going to the basket. You double team him. That leaves shooters open, and he finds Miller on that left wing for the J.
So Rick Carlisle takes a 20-second timeout for Dallas. Tony, times have been tough for the Mavericks, 12th in the West after 12 straight years of making the playoffs and finishing above 500. They just ended their longest losing streak in 14 years when they snapped their 6-game slide in Washington last night, and it was during that losing streak, after a particularly troubling, huge loss to the Spurs. In a fit of post-game rage, Rick Carlisle threatened to suspend some of his players for not doing the right things, not playing the team game. Carlisle quickly backed off of that, and he said today that his team was making progress, but there have been some rough moments both with and without Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah, they've had some rough moments, and also it shows you how important Dirk Nowitzki is for this team. Everything revolves around him offensively when he's on the floor, opens up things for other players, and the other players become better. He's a former MVP, future Hall of Famer.
And you see the longest playoff streaks in the NBA. Dallas second only to San Antonio. Remember, the Mavericks went to the finals in 2006 and 2011. They were knocked out in the first round in 2007, 2008, and 2010. O.J. Mayo with a 3. Tony, O.J. Mayo with 8 points in the quarter, 12 for the game. He leads them in scoring, threes, minutes, and free throw attempts. And in their 13 wins, Mayo averaging 25 points a game.
He's a streaky scorer. When he's got it going, he can carry a team.
Wade had the look, went inside to Bosh, and Kaman gobbled him up. Chris Kaman with his 3rd block shot of the first half. Mavericks ahead by 7. Carter. Good defense by Miller.
Excellent defense by Mike Miller that time. Carter was trying to take him off the dribble, and Mike beat him to the spot, which forced him to throw up a tough shot.
Tony, Mike Miller had some very strong second half minutes for the Heat in Orlando Monday night after not playing in the first half. He played 17 minutes in the second half. Wasn't just the 3 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. He helped the ball move for Miami.
His size as well, Eric. The Heat went without a point guard to offset some of the size of Orlando, and it worked.
After 7 minutes, Miller's out, LeBron back in, and right in the middle of things as the Mavericks knock it out of bounds. Tony, it was encouraging to hear Rick Carlisle talk about Vince Carter, saying Carter has taken over in a leadership way for a veteran. Matter of fact, showing the way defensively, leading the Mavericks in charges taken this season.
Somebody mentioned to him he doesn't have the ups that he had before. He goes, did you see the 2 slam dunks last night in Washington?
Here's Cole, long 2, in and out. And Vince Carter comes down with his 5th rebound. This is Collison. And the blocking foul on Norris Cole. And Mavericks come at you with a pair of lightning-quick point guards in the 6-foot Collison and the 6'2" Rodrigue Beaubois. Hey, gang, it's the race of a lifetime. Win the ultimate Daytona 500 experience. Tickets are on sale now at Daytona500.com. Well, Coach, in the middle of all this NBA basketball, yesterday afternoon up in Boca Raton, found myself at the Burrow, they call it, the FAU gym, the FAU Owls beating Hofstra in college basketball. So my New Year's resolution, find another hobby. How about you?
I was walking my dogs a couple of times yesterday.
No, I meant New Year's resolution.
Oh, okay. I didn't make one. I don't need one.
Mavericks are up by 8. And that is a over and back on LeBron.
That time, Rick Carlisle politicked the referee and got the call because the ball was thrown, and originally the ref thought a blue shirt hit it. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, but LeBron hit it last. That is backcourt. Good call.
Low turnover game. You know, Miami committed a season low 7 turnovers Monday night in Orlando. That really did help them overcome the rebound deficit and win that game. Mayo for 2 more. Beautiful jumper off the crossover dribble. Mayo is 6 of 9 from the field. He has 16 points, 12 in this quarter. Would it be okay if I said, hold the Mayo? OJ getting busy here in Miami. Appearance in the NBA Finals. The Miami Heat lost the first 2 games of the series to the Mavericks in Dallas. Midway through the 4th quarter of Game 3, the series and their season appeared to be slipping away.
We're talking about our season. Come all the way back.
Heeding the call of his head coach, Dwayne Wade decided that this was not how the script would be written in his first finals appearance. With his team trailing by 13 points with just over 6.5 minutes remaining, Wade took control.
Wade again from three. Wade pulls up, puts it in.
The third-year guard scored 11 points over the next 5 minutes on the way to a game-high 42. His Heat teammates, inspired by his charge, aided the call, making clutch baskets.
Posey for three, puts it in.
And even hitting clutch free throws.
This place will go crazy if he hits both.
While Wade's heroics unquestionably fueled the comeback charge, the late-game hero of Game 3 was his veteran backcourt teammate, Gary Payton.
Payton shot, it's good. Payton knocks it down.
Wade tipped away the Mavericks' final attempt to tie, and the Heat took Game 3, the first of 4 straight victories, which earned Wade a Finals MVP trophy and the Heat its first ever NBA championship. Well, there may be many more to come. There'll never be another one like the first NBA championship for Miami. Our celebration of the Heat's 25th anniversary brought to you by South and Vista BMW, your Dade and Broward BMW centers. We'll never forget it. Dwayne Wade's heroic MVP Finals performance delivering the Heat their first World Championship.
And that last play that he made a very smart play. He switched to knock that pass away. Dallas could have scored at the buzzer and won that game.
Tony, I thought it was the most complete game I've ever seen a Heat player have at that time. Because for all the offensive heroics, if he doesn't make that defensive play to knock the ball from the waiting hands of Josh Howard above the rim, that banner might not be hanging there.
He'd go down 0-3 in that series.
First foul on O.J. Mayo. Tony, Mayo has 16 points already for the Dallas Mavericks. They're shooting just 41%, but they have a 10-point lead in part because they're out-rebounding the Heat by 8 and they're holding the Heat to 38% shooting.
He remembers he went 3 for 14 in the last game. Guys usually respond mentally the next time they play that team.
Chris Kaman commits his first foul. The Mavericks are over the limit. Chris Bosh will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
Yeah, that was a gimme foul because he didn't want Bosh to go in and dunk.
You know, the Mavericks this season 8-8 against teams from the Eastern Conference, 6-1 at home, with the only loss coming to Miami. And the Mavericks 2-7 against the East on the road, with their 2 victories coming against 2 of the lighter weight teams in the East, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Washington Wizards. Bosh gets the second after missing the first. 7 points for Chris here in the first half. But it's mostly an uphill climb for Miami on this first game of January, second night here in the new month and the new year. Nice reach in by Wade and knock it away from O.J. Mayo. Tony, Mayo last year averaged just under 13 points a game for Memphis. Remember, his first year with the Grizzlies, he was first team all-rookie when he averaged 18.5 points and made 145 threes. Averaged 17.5 points a game with Memphis in his second year, but those numbers started to go the other way in his last 2 seasons. Carter with 3 on the shot clock. Going to be a heave-ho. And the shot clock ran out on Vince. The third turnover on the Mavericks here in the first half.
I'm surprised he didn't shoot that. He looked up at the clock, a little under 4 seconds left. He thought he could get to the rim, but they forced him to double pump, which led to the 24-second violation.
Mavericks are 26 in the NBA, committing 15.5 turnovers a game. They've been careful with it here in the first half.
How about the Heat? All the way down to number 5 in the NBA in turnovers, with 14 a game.
LeBron, nice catch in traffic. Offensive rebounds for the Heat. That's a nice change, and look at what it gets him. A Dwayne Wade basket and a chance at a 3-point play.
Eric, when you're Dwayne Wade inside against the bigs, that little shot fake freezes everybody, but it also helps that D-Wade can make an acrobatic shot as well. He getting on the offensive boards here. He had 2 guys on the boards. Watch D-Wade with the fake. Kaman would have blocked the shot if Wade shot it originally. And then he gets the foul call, gets the foul, gets to the line.
Tony, Miami had just 2 offensive rebounds in the game prior to that flurry. It's sort of a missing piece for the Heat. They're not a real active team offensive rebounding, but what a helpful category it is. It breathes new life into your team. Dwayne Wade finishes the three-point play. Hope you enjoyed that Exmo replay, by the way. Brought to you by Randi Institute. 9 points for Wade. He trailed by 6 for 30 seconds left in the first half. Haslam back in for the Heat. He replaces Bosch and covers Kamen. Mayo got past 2 defenders. LeBron may hurt his hand a little bit. And Nowitzki hits the jump shot. Second score for Big Dirk in his 6th game back after missing the first 27, recovering from surgery on his right knee. He's feeling healthy. It's just a matter of conditioning and rhythm for Dirk. Battier for 3. And the rebound to Mayo with a Heat down 8. O.J. Mayo, 6'4" guard out of the University of Southern California.
He's made 6 of his 9 shots, Eric. The rest of his team has been 7 for 22.
Nowitzki threw it away. Wade off the steal, probing the Dallas defense. Nice pass for the Chalmers 3. And a technical foul on Dirk Nowitzki. He kept jawing at official Eric Lewis after that pass he threw that wound up as a Dallas turnover. Dirk obviously feeling he was fouled on that pass, and he carried it down the other end of the court with it. LeBron will shoot the technical. By the way, Tony, Rick Carlisle said to the media before the game, do not look at Dirk Nowitzki's numbers for at least 3 weeks. Said he at least needs 3 weeks to get his conditioning back and get his rhythm back.
One thing I never understood, Eric, is that people called Nowitzki soft. You cannot be the most valuable player in the regular season in the NBA and be soft. It's impossible.
Now, if you want to use an S word on Nowitzki, it would be skilled. One of the best skilled big men in NBA history. Great shooter. Dwayne Wade blocked the shot by Mayo. And the ball goes out of bounds off Mayo. Now, Wade's not blocking as many shots. That's his 15th of the year. But D. Wade, since he came into the league, has been the league's best shot blocking guard. That's not easy to do on the ball. Blocking the shot, not in a help out situation.
Yeah, going on 10 years. If you go to Heat.com, you see a lot more of his blocks. The best blocks in Heat history.
They'll tell me the Heat have been over 100 points at home in 14 of their 16 games. The only 2 times they failed to score 100, they lost. And they scored 92 against the Knicks and 95 against Golden State. Just a 39-point half for Miami. They may not get to 100 if they don't get it going. Chalmers all the way home.
Another good decision by Mario. Did not have that pass. Took it all himself.
There was no doubt what Rio was doing. Collison forced into the turnover by Chalmers. Here comes LeBron by Dirk to the hoop for the basket and the foul on Mayo.
Again, led by a defensive play by Chalmers stealing the ball. Great job by Chalmers to knock it loose. He got LeBron taking it to the basket. He knocks it away, Chalmers does. Watch LeBron take it all the way at 6'8", 250. You're watching the Miami Heat on Sun Sports, presented by AT&T U-Verse.
Today to experience the all-new 2013 Chevy Malibu LT. Highlights include audio system with MP3 playback capability, 60/40 split folding rear seat, the most aerodynamic Malibu ever, and the quietest Chevrolet. The Chevy Malibu LT has everything to put you in that Malibu state of mind. It's time to experience the all-new 2013 Chevy Malibu LT at your South Florida Chevy dealers. Jason Jackson here with you in the Biscayne Bayside studio, home of Heat Halftime, presented by your South Florida Chevy dealers. At the half, we will visit that man's plan offensively, positionless basketball. Coach Spolstra has coined it. We will review it. Plus, we'll get the second half plan with Joe Go and Coach Fizdale. Now, more live action. Here's Eric and Tony.
Well, thank you, Jax. Miami's been playing from behind most of the game. Matter of fact, their only lead came when the score was 5-4.
The only good thing about it, Eric, is that he'd have a lot of experience playing from behind.
LeBron James in double figures. He has 10 points. The Heat trail it by only 2 on a 10-2 run. Miami's gotten themselves right back into the hunt. Mayo scores again. O.J. Mayo getting it done. Mayo with 18 points in the first half, 14 in this quarter.
He's carrying his Cavs right now.
Dwayne Wade with a burst. Missed the layup on Kamen, and Nowitzki took it away from Haslam. And here comes Mayo. He'll stop for the three in transition. That's only a good shot when it goes in.
He probably had too much room that time.
LeBron, double team. Nice pass underneath. Wade missed the flip. Haslam with the offensive rebound. No reset on the shot clock, which is now down to 8.
We got Nowitzki guarding Wade over here in the right corner.
Shot clock at 4. LeBron against Kamen, right by him. I don't want to say LeBron made that look easy, but didn't he?
But he did.
12 points for James. Miami again down by 2.
Heat has a foul to give.
Nowitzki guarded by the smaller Wade. Out for a Carter 3. Rimmed out, Wade with a rebound. 5th rebound in the half for Dwayne. That's the kind of team rebounding Eric Spoelstra has been calling for. Chalmers for 3.
Short. Jump ball. To any 2 at half court. Jump circle.
James Capers will toss up the jump ball. James, a second-generation NBA official. His dad, Jim Capers Sr., worked in that capacity for a long time and did his job very well.
And with the Heat with a small lineup in there, LeBron is the one who taps it, and the Heat did not play that well.
Under a minute left, first half. Kamen underneath for Dirk Nowitzki. And the Heat defense converging on Dirk.
Good defense by LeBron.
Miami looking to tie the game or take a lead with a 3. And LeBron got hammered by Dirk on the drive.
Yeah, the Heat still have a foul to give on defense. Dallas is over the limit. LeBron will be on the foul line. He can tie the game here.
Heat fans, visit the Heat's homepage on FoxSportsFlorida.com. Vote on the Cleveland Clinic Florida Community Poll question.
So right now the Heat are playing with 2 6'8" guys up front in Battier and Udonis. Power forward and center, if you will, but the Heat are positionless in their offense. LeBron is the other guy up front.
LeBron James had 24 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 turnovers in the victory at Dallas, a 15-point Heat win in December. James tonight, 13 points and 6 rebounds. Chris Bosh just came back in. Shane Battier goes to the bench. LeBron making both. First time the game's been tied since it was 2-2. LeBron has 14. So the Heat have battled from 12 down near the end of the first quarter. Carter sneaking in for the score. Vince Carter just his second field goal. Vince has 5 points. Of course, Vince spent his first 7.5 years with Toronto, 4.5 years with the Nets, couple of seasons with Orlando, 1 year in Phoenix. This is his second go-round as a Maverick. 6 on the shot clock for LeBron. And again, James draws the foul. Tony, it's a characteristic of all high-volume scorers, the ability to get to the free throw line. LeBron 4th in the league in scoring. He is in the top 10 as well in free throw attempts.
6'8", 250, but he handles the ball like a point guard. He's got the agility, the dexterity. He gets into the lane. He can change direction with either hand. You know, how do you stop an agile freight train coming at you?
You don't.
Put him on the foul line.
Last 6 games, James averaging almost 31 points a game. Has 8 games of 30 or better this year.
And it's mind-boggling to think that he's having a better year this year than last. What a great year he had. The Heat was 78-36 in the calendar year last year. Because of the lockout, they had a lot of games, from January on.
Sometimes you like hearing it from the outside. Like what Rick Carlisle, the head coach of the Mavericks, said about LeBron tonight. Quote, he just keeps getting better. He doesn't take any time off. He's serious about the game 12 months a year, and that's why he's the best all-around player in the game right now.
On the planet. Meanwhile, Dallas has scored 6 points in the last 6 minutes. So the Heat defense has really kicked in.
A 16-6 run for Miami. This is the 3rd tie of the game. Kamen, the short hook over Bosh. Chris Kamen with 8 points and 9 rebounds in the first half. So the Mavericks, who led it most of the way, will take a 2-point advantage into the visitors' dressing room here at the American Airlines Arena, where only 2 visiting teams this year have left with a victory. In the first quarter, gave up 30 points. It got better in the second period when they held the Mavericks to 22 points. Tony, the Heat rebounded better in the second quarter, still not shooting it well. Miami at 38% in the first half.
Pattern continues, though. Down 12, have to fight back. But low turnover rate by the Heat, only 3 turnovers. Any games that they have low turnovers, they have a great shot to win, no matter what the other stats are. And you can see the field goal percentage there. Miami only shooting 37%. He had only down 2 going into the second half. And as you mentioned, Eric, the rebounding got better. The Heat narrowed that gap from the first quarter.
Tony, Miami with just 10 turnovers in their last 6 quarters. Leading all scorers tonight, O.J. Mayo. Mayo had 18 points in the first half for Dallas.
Yeah, he's on fire. He was on fire in that first half. He's making jumpers, getting to the rim, mostly threes, long distance shots, guys all over him. He's one of those players in the league. When he gets on a roll, very difficult to stop. So let's see if the Heat do a better job on him in the second half.
O.J. Mayo's numbers have plummeted a little bit since Nowitzki came back. Let's take a look at his bucket chart brought to you by your hometown KFC. Mayo went 7 of 12, including 2 from downtown. Everybody wanted to talk to Rick Carlisle about what's happened to Mayo's numbers in the first 5 games of Dirk Nowitzki going back. And Carlisle scoffed it off. He said, listen, first of all, Nowitzki hasn't played that many minutes. Mayo and Nowitzki have played very few minutes together. Carlisle thought that Mayo had run into several very good teams, beginning with Miami 6 games ago, that were game planning against Mayo defensively, because until Nowitzki came back, Mayo clearly the best Dallas offensive player. He has been right up to speed here in the first half. Third quarter's underway. Miami trailing 52-50. Chalmers and Wade, the backcourt. Bosh, James, and Haslam up front. For the Mavericks, it's Mayo, Collison, Carter, Marion, and Kaman. Bosh drives in for 2.
That time they played Wade coming off of Bosh's little brush screen on the elbow, and that left Chris Bosh open.
Chris Bosh with 9 points. Dwayne Wade has 9 points. LeBron James has 16. Only 2 double-figure scorers in the gym, 1 on each side. In and out for the Carter 3. By the way, the 3 turnovers for Miami in the first half, their fewest in a half in a first half in the last 16 games. Remember, the Heat turned it over only 7 times Monday in the overtime win at Orlando. As you threw that one away.
As you say that, Dwayne was trying to skip past the ball and lost it as he passed it.
Are you intimating that I had something to do with that?
Yes. Got to blame somebody.
Oh, there you go with that somebody thing. 4 on the shot clock. Long 3, partially deflected by Bosh. Mayo did not have a good look at that. LeBron for Bosh, put it on.
The recognition of LeBron James knowing that Bosh had a small guy on him down in the box, and it results in an easy basket.
They'll just our 3rd lead change of the game. They heat up 54-52. Carter from downtown. And Udonis Haslam with his 3rd rebound.
2 straight games now. Carter can't buy a jump shot against the Heat.
By the way, this 2-point lead for Miami, it happens to be their current lead.
Yes.
It also is the Heat's largest lead tonight. Heat's only other lead came at 5-4. Game was tied twice late in the second quarter at 48 and at 50. Miami had fallen behind by 12 late in the first quarter. Chris Kaman just picked up his 3rd foul. And Chalmers will go to the line for 2 shots. Mario Chalmers 4 points, 2 rebounds in the first half. And while he didn't pick up an assist, the good news is he also did not pick up a single turnover either. Heater 15 out of 18 at the foul line in this game. Right now they lead it 56-52. Kaman against 2 Heat defenders. Chalmers whacking away. And Kaman able to lay it in anyway.
Wow, what a good play by Kaman. Chalmers trying to knock it away twice. Three white shirts over there and came and scored.
Yeah, already his 6th consecutive game with 10 points or better. He's at 10, along with 9 rebounds. Another nice pass by LeBron. This one out of bounds, though, off Miami. So consecutive, actually 2 turnovers here in the first 2+ minutes of the 3rd quarter.
And LeBron's concerned because he hit a cameraman or a fan over there. LeBron walks over to see if he's okay. Looks like a fan. Front row seat fan.
And he and LeBron exchange a handshake.
If you told that guy before the game, LeBron's going to hit you with a pass and then come over and shake your hand, he'd take it.
And getting immediate attention from the Dallas trainer. I'm telling you what, you sit there, you need to have your head on a swivel and be plugged right into the game. Deflection by Chalmers twice. The ball goes out of bounds. Good to see the Heat on the frisky side defensively.
Well, Coach Fizdale talk about getting deflections defensively. That's when the Heat are at their best.
Carter dribbled it into a turnover. LeBron by himself. And we get a technical foul on Rick Carlisle.
Rick thought it was a kick. The official said no. And when we come back from this timeout, I assume the Heat will be on the foul line.
An 8-2 takeoff for Miami here in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back for more Heat basketball after this sports injury prevention message from Cleveland Clinic, Florida. This 25th anniversary season of Miami Heat basketball is being brought to you on Sun Sports by Honda. Visit your Honda dealer right now for great deals. Only a Honda is a Honda. And by Cleveland Clinic, Florida, the highest-ranked hospital in Broward County by U.S. News and World Report, brings world-class care to South Florida. Well, Heat fans, make it a family outing for Bernie's birthday this coming Sunday, January 6th, when the Heat host the Washington Wizards. Bring the kids and the whole family out to enjoy all the activities on the East Plaza, including inflatables, face painting, photos with Bernie and his mascot friends. Bernie's birthday presented by Party City. Tickets are available. Get yours right now by logging on to Heat.com. 8-2 Miami to open the 3rd quarter. The Heat with a 4-point lead, almost 3 minutes into the 2nd half. Kaman's hook is short, and the rebound controlled by Chalmers and Miami. And the Heat definitely rebounding better than they did early in this game. Udonis. You did it! First score of the night for Udonis Haslem comes on his 3rd field goal attempt. And the Heat now on a 10-2 run to open the quarter at their largest lead of the game at 6.
And it's defensive. Look at Udonis get after that loose ball. They're going to call a foul on Marion for falling on top of Udonis. Wow.
Sean Marion's first foul. Marion having an awful night so far. He's played 16 minutes, hasn't scored, 0 for 5 shooting. He does have 5 rebounds.
There's that 50-50 opportunity that Coach Spoelstra talks about, and UD earns that.
Sean Marion, who played 58 games between 2007 and 2009 with the Heat. Remember, he was acquired by Miami in February of 2008 from the Suns in exchange for Shaquille O'Neal.
Good guy.
34-year-old Marion in his 14th season at a UNLV. Marion had 10 points and 9 rebounds the first time these clubs met.
He made a great impression as a person when he was here.
And Tony, he would fit in very nicely with this Heat team, that positionless scheme.
Well, he's also a defender that can guard many positions.
4 on the shot clock. LeBron for Chalmers sets his feet and then missed from downtown, and that's the 6th rebound for Marion.
Sorry, Eric. He had no rhythm on that shot at all.
Carter fading on Bosch, got the field goal and the foul. First foul on Bosch. Vince Carter with 7 points, the 8-time All-Star, will go to the free throw line.
That was part of Vinsanity when he was younger. He was one of the guys in the league like D. Wade that can make shots like that regularly. Not sure he got fouled on the play, but it was a very acrobatic shot.
Last year, Vince Carter averaged a career low 10 points a game for Dallas. He's at 12 points a game this year. In his heyday, he went 10 straight years, averaging better than 20 points per game. Carter, number 31 on the NBA's all-time scoring list with coming into the game with 21,519 career points. He's also 13th on the NBA's all-time three-point list. One of the game's great offensive players over the years. Haslam out to Rhea. 3 to shoot. Good defense by Vince Carter. He also grabbed the rebound. Carter doing more blue-collar things than he's probably ever done in his career. Like that. Vince Carter with 10 points. 5 in a row for Carter. Miami leads by 1. Mavericks have scored the last 5, all from Carter. Udonis, you did it again. All 4 of his points here in the third quarter. Udonis has the Heat's last 4. And battling down this end, trying to keep Kaman away from the paint. Kaman hits the jump shot. Chris Kaman with a dozen. Chalmers' pass intended for LeBron, knocked out of bounds. The Heat will have 9 seconds left on the shot clock.
Ball with 9 seconds on the shot clock, and we have 9.
LeBron with 18 points and 8 rebounds in the game, also 4 assists.
In these last few minutes, they got Chalmers handling the ball more than LeBron.
Bosh put that one up softly, and Vince Carter down with his 7th rebound. Carter ran into a brick wall in Bosh. And here comes Rio, a 3-on-2 break. LeBron.
There it is, 20 points again for LeBron James.
His 35th straight game of 20 or better, 51 in a row, including the playoffs. LeBron James opening the season with 30 straight games over the 20-point mark. Well, Miami leads by 3, a 20-second timeout for Dallas.
Mario Chalmers making good decisions at the end of the break tonight. A couple of times earlier, he took it to the rim himself. That time, he threw the ball exactly to the guy he should. And, you know, you say, well, it's easy to throw to LeBron, but sometimes they're playing the angle on the pass. He's got Dwayne Wade on his left. He's got LeBron on his right. I guess you can't go wrong with passing it to either guy in that situation.
If you're just joining us, LeBron James earlier tonight announced as the NBA's Eastern Conference Player of the Month for December. James won that same award in November, so could be on his way. He's making a strong early season case for a 4th regular season MVP award.
In the last 5 years.
LeBron James averaging 26 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Came into the game with 43s, 45 steals. His completeness and consistency overwhelming.
Shooting 15%, more over 15% better from the three-point line. And you see his overall field goal percentage is up.
He's averaging just under 19 field goal attempts a game, slightly down from a year ago, but still 3rd most in the league this year, behind only Kobe Bryant and Carmelo Anthony. Aaron Collison drilling the 3. 12 points for Collison. His 16th 3-ball of the season, evens the game at 64.
LeBron shooting 5% better than last year from the three-point line. I got to hone my math skills.
LeBron James 19th in the league in 3-point percentage. Kaman buying the pump fake of Dwayne Wade. That's Kaman's 4th foul. Dwayne struggling for rhythm tonight. Just 3 of 10 shooting. He'll go to the line with 9 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. The Miami Heat continue their 25th anniversary celebration with the next in a series of monthly internet campaigns where we offer you, the fans, the opportunity to rank some of the great moments in the 25 years of Heat basketball. This month, we'll present the 25 best blocks in Heat history. Simply log on to Heat.com, search the homepage for best blocks, and vote for your favorite. Voting will end January 31st. The top moments will be revealed on the final Sun Sports broadcast at the end of each month. The final voting, of course, will be displayed on Heat.com. And great work by our Heat TV crew. A tremendous job by Ted Ballard, Bob Hewitt, AJ Speaks, Bernard Ruel, Ivy Gaston, and the rest of the Heat TV crew. Some of the most talented, hardworking people in this business. 2-point lead for Miami. 5:40 left in the third quarter. This is Elton Brand. Wade got a piece of it. Out to Nowitzki. And the 3 rims out. And Thomas not letting go of his scored rebound.
And you can see Nowitzki's not getting the kind of lift he used to getting. You know, when you're not shooting the jump shot well and you're used to shooting it well your whole career, it's got something to do with that rehabilitated knee that you have.
4 points for Dirk, 2 of 6 shooting. Bosh is open. Got it. Chris Bosh had 7 points in the first half. He has 6 here in the third quarter. Heat up 4 with 5 minutes left in the period. That's Dante Jones, and that's good from downtown. Dante Jones with his first field goal tonight, his 8th triple this season. Jones started the first game of the season against Miami, had 12 points in 16 minutes. Mayo almost knocked it away from Wade. Chalmers from LeBron. Kaboom! First triple tonight for Mario. The Heat lead it by 4.
How about LeBron? 20 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists.
His nightly flirtation with a triple-double. LeBron is 9th in the league with 15 double-doubles. Dirk. Yep. Bottoms up for Nowitzki. 12 straight years he's averaged over 20 points per game. Tonight just his 6th game of the season after missing the first 27.
How many times have we seen that in his career?
Nowitzki with over 24,000 career points. The number 19 scorer in NBA history. Wade now has 11, but Heat lead by 5.
Wade with his 8th three-pointer of the season.
Heat shooting much better here in the third quarter. 45% for the game now, with only 5 turnovers. Chalmers deflection forcing the Mavericks into their 10th turnover.
Now who they give that steal to? Chalmers or Udonis?
That's Bosh. Chris Bosh with a baseline splashdown. 8 in the quarter for Bosh. And we said the Heat were shooting better in this quarter. After a 37% first half, the Heat make 10 of their first 13 shots in the third quarter.
Jason Jackson with the Kia car, presented by Kia Motors. As we continue to scan 25 years of Heat, Sean Marion gets the floor tonight. Parts of 2 of his 14 NBA seasons were spent in Miami. On February 6, 2008, the Suns traded Marion, along with Marcus Banks, to the Heat for Shaquille O'Neal. A year and 7 days later, Marion was traded to the Raptors, along with Banks, for Jermaine O'Neal, Jamario Moon, and a future conditional draft pick, which was used to select Deshaun Butler in the 2010 draft. In the summer of 2009, Marion signed a 5-year contract in a sign-and-trade with Dallas as part of a 14 swap. And this morning, Coach Spoelstra reminisced about the Matrix.
His game is timeless, and he's one of the most unique, unorthodox, efficient players in this league. I just wish I had this mindset when I had that opportunity to coach him those first 4 months. I believe I would have probably treated and coached him a little bit differently. And he really fit in to our defense. He's so active and he can guard, you know, like you say, 1 through 5. You know, the first 3 months of the season, I believe we had a top 3 defensive rating. And a large part of that was because of him and his versatility alongside of Dwayne and UD and Joel. We were able to cover a lot of ground.
Eric Spoelstra talking about the season and a half as Sean Marion was a member of the Heat. The Heat with a 28-point quarter. They've outscored Dallas 28-20 so far in this quarter. Udonis Haslem just picking up an offensive foul. That's his 3rd. Meanwhile, Dwayne Wade comes out of the game in place of Ray Allen. Wade with 16 points and 6 rebounds. Bosh has 15 points. LeBron James 20 with 8 boards and 6 assists. Nowitzki for 3 on the angle. It's good. Dirk can heat it up in a major way. He's got 5 points in the quarter after a 4-point first half.
I guess that knee's feeling better. He's making the Jays. Now, Battier running him at 6'8" doesn't bother him.
Well, Rick Carlisle says his health is good. He's just got to get his rhythm back and his conditioning. Allen wide open 3. And it rolls off to the waiting hands of Vince Carter. That's the 8th rebound for Carter, which ties a season high. Carter had 8 rebounds in a game against Boston this year. Nowitzki, beautiful spin for the score. Well, Dirk looks as good as ever right now. He's got 7 points in the quarter, and the Mavericks on an 8-0 run. They're right back in the game, down by just 1 with 1:49 left in the third quarter. Hope you're enjoying Heat basketball on Sun Sports, presented by AT&T Uverse. Dirk Nowitzki, the longtime member of the Dallas Mavericks, the 9th pick in the '98 draft by Milwaukee. He was traded to the Mavericks for Robert Tractor Trailer, one of the most one-sided trades in NBA history. Dirk's been a first-team All-NBA player 4 times, 11 times an All-Star, and up until this year, he's basically been injury-free for most of his first 14 years in the NBA. And the Mavericks have scored 8 straight points. LeBron short on the 3, has them with the offensive rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Heat with under a minute and a half left in the third quarter. The steal by Dante Jones. Laid it in, laid it up over Battier and missed it. And here comes Miami back the other way. Still leading by 1. And Elton Brand getting tangled up with LeBron. That's the second foul on Brand. 4th team foul on the Mavericks. Haslam out. Joel Anthony comes on for the Heat. Udonis goes to the bench with 4 points and 6 rebounds. 4 of those points and 4 of those rebounds in the third quarter. Udonis got in the first half foul trouble. Picked up 2 in the first 4 minutes of the game. 4 on the shot clock for the Heat. LeBron with a second on the shot clock, unloads a 3. Covered. That one brought rain. 81-77 Miami.
It helps to be 6'8" and be as strong as he is. And talented.
LeBron James with his 41st triple this season. Dirk blocked by Joel, but a foul on Miami.
They're going to give it to Battier, not Joel. And they're going to Nowitzki every time down the floor now because he's scoring. See how long he can stay in the game. But how about LeBron? There was like 1.2 on the shot clock when he released this. And you can see as it went through, the shot clock went off.
Well, first final of the night on this 12-game NBA Wednesday is in. The Pacers go to 11-3 at home and 19-13 on the year. Indiana defeated the Washington Wizards 89-81. Wizards are now 4-26, and they've lost 14 of their 15 road games. Paul George led the Pacers with 29 points, 14 rebounds. He'd open a 6-game road trip next Tuesday in India. Dirk Nowitzki dropping in both free throws. This has been the best quarter of the game for Dirk. 9 of his 13 points in the third period.
Eric, he out-rebounded 19-11 in the first quarter. Since then, they've out-rebounded Dallas 21-14.
Like Spoelstra said before the game, we know we can do it. We just have to be more consistent with it. Battier missing the 3. Shane Battier is 0 for 4 tonight. Was 0 for 3 in the last game. He's now just 6 for his last 25 over a 6-game stretch. Good defense by Joel, tracking down Carter, but LeBron threw it away. And the third quarter closes with almost a buzzer beater by Dante Jones. Well, we got a tight one, and we have a good one here in Miami. Matchup of finalists twice against each other. We go to the 4th, the Heat up 2. We welcome you back with our 4th quarter follow-up, brought to you by JM Lexus. Mavericks got started well. They outscored the Heat 30-22 in the first quarter. Out-rebounded the Heat by 8 in that quarter. Miami came back with 28 second quarter points. The Heat were down 52-50 at the half. LeBron James, just after the ball game began, was named Eastern Conference Player of the Month for the 2nd month in a row. And he's followed through with another terrific game. 23 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals, 8 for 15 shooting. Dirk Nowitzki, of course, playing well in his 6th game back. He's played almost 20 minutes, has 13 points, 4 rebounds, 5 for 10 shooting, and looking pretty fresh on the back half of a back-to-back. Dirk played 17 minutes in last night's win at Washington. Comes up short on the 3. Wade down with his 7th rebound. Dwayne Wade with 16 points and 7 rebounds in the game tonight.
And the rebound total is tied now. 2 teams.
It's Wade, Allen, Bosch, Battier, and Norris Cole for the Heat. 4th quarter just getting started. Allen bats it to Cole. That's a good play. Fresh shot caught. Eric Spoelstra made that point. If you can't get the rebound, get a hand on it and knock it to somebody who can. Wade tumbling head over heels and headed to the free throw stripe. Always good to see Dwayne Wade with that pedal to the floor on his way to the basket. Dante Jones picking up the foul. Dante, his 2nd personal, the 1st team foul on the Mavericks here in the 4th quarter. FoxSportsFlorida.com has all the latest news surrounding your favorite Florida teams. Log on to get Heat post-game coverage. Read about the Florida Gators seeking their 2nd victory in the Sugar Bowl in the past 4 years. And check out the changes in store for FSU football in 2013. Find it all on FoxSportsFlorida.com and log on anytime you wish. So an 18-point game for Dwayne. Heat shooting their free throws well, 19 for 22.
After Dwayne struggling the other night, as you mentioned earlier in Orlando, he's 7 for 7 tonight from the free throw line.
He said after the game in Orlando, the free throw line was not my friend. Went just 3 for 10. Boubois misses on the run. Loose ball, gobbled up by D-Wade. That's his 8th rebound. 1 off his season high. Had 9 boards at Charlotte. Ray Allen driving on Boubois. Wade for 3. And Sean Marion comes down with his 7th rebound. He just 6 of 21 from downtown. They have not shot the threes well over the last 4 games. Boubois missing the 3. The rebound bouncing right at Bob. Great catch by Wade. No finish.
Oh, man.
And here comes Boubois. Now it's O.J. Mayo. Mayo had all 18 of his points in the first half. And finally reaches 20. O.J. Mayo's 15th game this year, reaching the 20-point mark.
Cole was terrific on his defense there, but his opponent was better.
By the way, O.J. Mayo had a 40-point game this year against the Houston Rockets. Averages 18. Wade on the run. Oh, that was pretty. Dwayne Wade has reached 20 points for the 6th consecutive game.
When LeBron's out, the offense goes to Chris Bosh or Dwayne Wade.
Nice game for Dwayne. 20 points, 8 boards, 3 assists in 29 minutes. Heat up 4, 9:38 left in the game. Good help by Bosh on Mayo. Marion banks it in. Well, he gets his first bucket on his 6th shot. Sean Marion is averaging a career low 10 points a game this season. Tonight, by the way, the 989th career game for Marion. That's a lot of mileage for a guy who still has life in those legs. And with 6 on the 24-second clock, Bosh was fouled by Dante Jones. Tripped him up. 3rd foul on Dante. 2nd team foul on Dallas.
Chris Bosh was trying to get position on the box, and he does get tripped up, as you said.
Boubois comes out. Darren Collison is back in. D-Wade stepping back and missing. Bosh kept it alive. And the ball will stay with Miami, so getting your hand on it, a very helpful thing.
Yeah, Battier battled that time and forced that. Watch it again. It was Chris Bosh, then Battier battling off Kaman.
We have a timeout here in Miami. Looks like the ball will go back to the Mavericks, by the way, with 8:58 remaining in the 4th quarter. We said it earlier, we'll say it again, a tight one and a good one. Let's take a look at our road ahead, brought to you by Lexus of Kendall and Lexus of West Kendall. Heat take on the Chicago Bulls Friday night at 8. Those two teams split 4 games a year ago. Wizards are 1-1 against the Heat. They'll be in town on Sunday. And then the 6-game road trip begins next Tuesday in Indiana. The Heat will go to Portland, Sacramento, Utah, Golden State, and the Lakers to finish up that road trip. 8:51 remaining here in the fourth quarter. The Heat up 85-83. It's been an enjoyable game to watch. Hope you feel the same way. Thanks for joining us on Sun Sports. Dwayne Wade is tied a season high with his 9th rebound. Wade against Kaman and Mayo. LeBron's still on the Heat bench right now. Their leading scorer with 23 points. Right now, Wade's at the throttle. Nice spin the other way on O.J. Mayo. But the rebound comes away to Darren Collison.
Yeah, the angle he had was in between a bank shot and shooting it straight. He hit it right in the middle, hit the back of the rim.
Mayo had time to set his feet, but he missed. Ray Allen comes away with his 4th rebound. Heat still lead by 2. This is Bosh, 17-footer, right on target. 17 points for Chris Bosh. Same number he totaled in Dallas a couple of weeks ago.
He gets that because they were overplaying Ray Allen as he came off the screen.
LeBron, Bosh, and Wade have scored 22 of the Heat's last 25 points. Remember, they had the final 28 points in Orlando the other night.
Got away with a walk.
Chris Kaman also got the tip in. Nobody came over to help when he got that rebound. Kaman now has 14 points and 10 rebounds. This is only his 2nd double-double this season.
Yeah, he got away with a travel that time.
Miami leads 87-85. Shot clock at 6. Shot clock at 1. And Cole misses right at the end of the possession. Mavericks can tie it up on this possession. On the shot clock. Allison's pass deflected down to Kaman with 2 to shoot. Mayo for 3. Oh my! That one hurts. 23 for O.J. Mayo. His 2nd triple of the game, and it gives Dallas a 1-point lead. 88-87, 6:46 left in what's turning into an American Airlines Arena thriller. Your Marines leaders of the game. Let's start with the Mavericks leading scorer O.J. Mayo. 23 points, 5 assists. He also has 5 turnovers. Mayo's tripled 3 times. The last one, a desperate heave with the shot clock winding down. And it gave Dallas their first lead of a second half. Mayo been a key player. He's been their best offensive player this season, considering that Dirk Nowitzki missed the first 27 games of the season. So 23 for Mayo. More importantly, Tony, the Mavericks have their first lead of the second half. 88-87, 6:42 to play. Wade against Mayo, way short. And Dante Jones covers up the rebound. Tough shooting game for Wade. He's made only 6 of his 17 shots.
He leads the NBA 11 straight games at 45% or more.
For the season, Wade's shooting 51%. By the way, it's gone relatively unnoticed. Wade is the number 8 scorer in the NBA this year. LeBron ranks 4th, and Chris Bosh, number 18. The Heat's trio averaging 65 points per game on 54% shooting. And when Miami had another winning record in the month of December, it was their 17th consecutive winning month. The Heat went 11-3 in October and November. They went 10-5 in December. Vince Carter will come back into the game. Carter with 13 points and 8 rebounds sits down Dante Jones. Mavericks shooting 45% with 10 turnovers. The Heat 43% with 8 turnovers. Sean Marion lays it in on Bosh. All 4 of Marion's points here in the fourth quarter, and it's now a 90-87 lead for Dallas. Mavericks on a 7-0 run. Here's Wade, got the step and the score. 22 for Dwayne. The Heat trail by 1. This is Mayo pulling up and sticking it. O.J. Mayo. .25 now for Mayo. This is Allen for 3. Bounced off. Wade with the offensive rebound. Could not hold on to it. Mavericks have the ball on a 92-89 lead. 5:20 left in the fourth quarter. Mayo, corner 3. And LeBron comes down with his 10th rebound of the game. His 16th double-double. James drives in, draws the foul on Chris Kaman, who could not avoid contact or get out of the way. That's the 5th foul on Kaman and the 3rd team foul on Dallas. LeBron will go to the free throw line seeking his first points of the fourth quarter.
Good move by LeBron. When there's a bigger guy on you on the perimeter, go by him. He can't move laterally to guard you with his ball handling skills.
LeBron has not attempted a field goal here in the fourth quarter. Hey gang, next time you're traveling to or from Miami International Airport, try to stop by Concourse D32 to check out the brand new Miami Heat store location. Adidas, the exclusive apparel provider for the 1,000 square foot superstore, which has the hottest Heat merchandise, including jerseys, hats, gifts, and everything you want featuring the Heat. Miami Heat store at MIA, open 7 days a week, 6 in the morning till 10 in the evening. For more information, visit themiamiheatstore.com. LeBron James now with 25 points. Heater 21 of 24 at the free throw stripe. Mavericks just 12 of 14 at the line. Dallas by 1 with just under 5 minutes left. Carter with contact. It rolls in, almost tipped by Brand, but give Carter the field goal. He now has 15 points for Dallas. Mavericks by 3 with 4:40 to go. In and out of the hands of Haslam. The hit ahead caught by Collison. Wade blocked it. Tremendous block by Dwayne. His second block of the game, but Carter steals it right back for Dallas. Well, in a low turnover game like this one, the mistakes you do make are glaring. Both teams now with 10 turnovers. Nice pass by Collison. Mayo for 3 is wide open. O.J. Mayo has 10 points in the fourth quarter and a 28-point night. Trouble brewing at the Heat's house. Mavericks trying to become the 3rd visiting team to win here. They're up 97-91 with 4:09 to go. Mayo having quite a game.
Let's take a closer look at O.J. Mayo's last 2 baskets. Both came a little differently. Watch as the Heat defend here now. LeBron thought that D-Wade was going to switch. Okay, nothing happened there. And then the drive by Collison. Wade went in to help in the lane, left Mayo wide open in the left corner.
Mavericks have outscored Miami 18-10 here in the fourth quarter. The Heat have hit on just 3 of their 11 shots in this fourth quarter. Brown without a field goal in the period. Allen for 3. Oh, that is a big-time kaboom for Ray Allen. His second triple tonight. It brings the Heat back to within 3. Mavericks were on a 14-4 run before Allen's triple splashdown. And we are in crunch time. This is money time in the NBA. Carter off balance, finds Nowitzki, who triples.
Oh, my.
Dirk Nowitzki with his best performance of the season in his 6th game back. He has 16 points, and Nowitzki has played 22 minutes. LeBron fouled underneath the basket. He'll get 2 shots. Foul was against Elton Brand. That's the 3rd on Brand, and the 4th team foul on the Mavericks. LeBron James over the last 2 games has gone 23 of 24 at the foul line. Gang, don't forget, Heat's next game Friday night The Heat and the Bulls. Bulls have won 5 of the last 7 against Miami. They split the season series last year. And please note the new start time for the game. It's at 8 p.m. Heat Live delivered by Papa John's will get you started at 7:30. Enjoy it with us right here in high definition on Sun Sports. 25 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, and the first missed free throw on his 9th try. Of course, this is not the time you want to be missing free throws. Down 6 with 3:26 left.
And Dallas played last night, and he didn't. So Dallas got in early morning, showing a lot of resolve here in the fourth quarter.
Mavericks ended their 6-game losing streak with a 103-94 win at Washington last night. So after making 23 of 24 free throws in a 2-night span, LeBron misses both at a critical time. Collison misses. Allen covers up his 6th rebound of the game. Ties his season high in rebounds. Miami down 6, 3:05 to go. Crafty dribble by Wade, and he scores. Dwayne Wade with 8 points in the fourth quarter. And the Heat are down by 4. Wade has 24. 2:45 left in the game. Nowitzki at the top of the circle, guarded by LeBron with 4 on the shot clock. Carter for 3. And Bosh saved that rebound, deflecting it to LeBron.
Yeah, good job by Chris Bosh.
If you can't grab it, try to tap it to a teammate. The instructions of Heat head coach Aaron Spoelstra. LeBron all the way home. First field goal of the fourth quarter for King James. Lifts them right out of their seats at the American Airlines Arena. The Heat are 14-2 at home, and they're trying to come from behind here in the fourth quarter to win.
And LeBron off the dribble, going to the basket. He's got so much confidence in this move. Marion takes away the right hand. LeBron spins back, puts it up with the left. We got a 2-point game, 2:19 left. Let's take a closer look at how the Heat came from a 6-point deficit to cut it to 2. First it was D. Wade getting to the rim. And then it was the best player on the planet getting to the rim with his left hand. And now here's how we stand, down 2 with a little over 2 minutes left.
Heat scored 31 points in the third quarter. They've been outscored 21-17 here in the fourth with 2:06 left. Every possession critical. Mayo rising up for 3. Missed it badly. LeBron James down with his 12th rebound. Under 2 minutes to go. Heat down 2. LeBron James with 27 points. Dwayne Wade has 24. Bosh has 17. And that knocked off the leg of O.J. Mayo. He'll have 9 seconds left on the 24-second clock.
The ball with 9 seconds on the shot clock. You have 9 seconds to shoot.
It's Wade, Allen, Bosh, Chalmers, and James for Miami. Wade for the jumper. In and out. And the rebound of Vince Carter. Carter's 9th rebound of the season. A season high for Carter on the glass. Rebounds even at 44. Mavericks with a 2-point lead as Nowitzki shoved off on LeBron. Those two playing very physically. Nowitzki, air ball. Carter with a rebound, and we get a whistle and a foul on LeBron James.
The Heat are not in the penalty. The ball will be on the side.
Fouls on Ray Allen, pardon.
Yes.
First on Ray Allen. First team foul in the fourth quarter against Miami.
But it happened under 2 minutes, so the next foul will be 2 free throws, even if it's a common foul.
Minute 16 left. Nowitzki got fouled. And it's going to be on Mario Chalmers. LeBron said, I didn't need the help, but Chalmers came over, picked up his 2nd foul. Nowitzki will go to the line.
Yeah, Chalmers at 6'1", 6'2". Got no shot to block that shot. Hit him on the left arm. That's a good call by the official.
So Dirk will go to the line with 1:13 to play, and Dallas ahead by 2. That is a familiar look to him.
It is. I was just going to say that.
Dirk, a great free throw shooter. He missed some big shots in the 06 finals in this building. Gets the second one to drop. Dirk with 17 points, his 6th game back, his best scoring game yet. 101-98.
Are in the penalty now.
And he trails by 3. LeBron comes right back and missed it. And Nowitzki with a rebound. Now the Heat in a pressure situation. You need a stop and a rebound here.
Imperative to get a stop.
Carter bouncing it for Dirk. Shot clock at 8. Dirk against Ray Allen. Wade just lost the ball. Wade against Collison. Ray Allen a trailer, and he lays it in. Great job by Ray Allen to follow the play because Collison covered Wade about as well as you can in the open floor. 101-100 with just over 41 seconds left in a thrilling fourth quarter. Now this one here in Miami, good to the last drop. Beautiful Wednesday night in Miami. Tonight's Miami Heat telecast on Sun Sports presented by AT&T Uverse. A thriller here at the Heat's house. 101-100. Dallas by 1. Check out D. Wade. With the swipe. Wade's 3rd steal of the game. And the dish to Allen that cut the deficit to 1. Now coach, fresh shot clock for Dallas. 41.5 seconds to go. Mavericks have the ball and a 1-point lead.
Yeah, for the Heat side, it's imperative they contest the shot and get the defensive rebound if it's a miss.
Battier on Carter, who unloads a 3. Missed it. Ray Allen down with a rebound. The Heat have the ball down 1. Final 28 seconds. They are on their feet, this capacity crowd. 20,000 fans are standing.
Eric, Dallas has no timeouts left, so if he can score here, Dallas does not get the ball.
Battier's 3. Come on!
Gets the ball out with no timeout.
Do you believe that? His only points in the last 2 games. Battier puts Miami up 2. 8 seconds left. Collison for Dirk. The fadeaway is good. We're tied at 103 with just under 4 seconds left. And if you didn't know what time of year this was, you'd think it was a continuation of a 2 NBA championship series these two teams had in 2006 when the Heat won and 2011 when the Mavericks prevailed as world champs.
Yeah, let's look at Battier's 3. The Heat are down 1. LeBron, as usual, will find Battier. Big time, Jay, right there. And then down the other end, Collison with a great play to get the ball to the right guy. Dirk's a guy that's done this how many times in his career off that left foot. And we've got a tie game with a little under 4 seconds left. The Heat now have 1 20-second timeout left. So if they don't like the inbounds, they can still call timeout and regroup.
Dirk Nowitzki with 19 points off the bench tonight for Dallas. The big fadeaway jumper to tie the game at 103. Stay with us immediately after this game ends, whenever it does, for Heat Live, driven by Hyundai. Player interviews, locker room sound, highlights, analysis, including Eric Spoelstra's post-game press conference, all live from the Biscayne Bayside studio. Heat Live, driven by Hyundai, coming up next. Well, what do you think, Coach? Just under 4 seconds left. The obvious thing would be to put it in LeBron James' hands.
Either LeBron or D. Wade will handle the ball here. Let's see what they do. How will they be defended? That's the question. Now, the Heat have 1:20 left. Shane Battier will take it out. He'll count up to 4 to himself, and if he needs to, he can call another timeout.
Heat coming off an overtime win Monday, or 2-0 in overtime games this year, hoping to settle it right here. In the LeBron against Carter. 2 seconds left. The fadeaway short. We go to overtime. Not the best look. Did not appear to be the first option. Dallas defended the inbounds play well. Dirk Nowitzki forces overtime. Even at 103. 5 more minutes ahead. This 25th anniversary season of Miami Heat basketball has been brought to you on Sun Sports by AT&T. The new wireless receiver from AT&T Uverse. Visit att.com/freeyourtv. Rethink possible. And by South and Vista BMW, your Dade and Broward BMW centers. On the season, Miami 2-0 in overtime, a 113-106 extra session win against Milwaukee in mid-November. And then Monday night, a 112-110 overtime win in Orlando. Different type of story for the Mavericks. How about 0-5 in overtime games? Their sixth adventure to overtime, the most extra session games in the NBA. And the Mavericks on the second night of a back-to-back will have to dig a little bit deeper. Tony, how about Dirk Nowitzki in his sixth game back? He's played 26 minutes, has scored 19 points with 6 rebounds. He tied the game with just under 4 seconds left.
And it looks like he's not going to be in the game now. It looks like his night is over. Putting on his warm-up suit. They don't want to push it. You got to think about the future going forward. You can't, use it all in one night and maybe have a back up with his rehabilitation on that knee.
Ray Allen, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Shane Battier, and LeBron for Miami. Collison, Marion, Mayo, Kaman, and Carter for Dallas. 5 extra minutes in overtime. And that's going to be a blocking foul on Darren Collison. His second foul of the game. Through 48 minutes of regulation, LeBron James with 27 points, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, and 3 steals. Dwayne Wade, 24 points, 9 rebounds, couple blocks. Chris Bosh with 17 points. O.J. Mayo leading Dallas with 28 points. And we mentioned Nowitzki with 19. Vince Carter has 13 with 9 boards. Allen, corner 3. Kaboom! Yeah, that's why Ray Allen came here, to take and make big shots to help decide games. That's the 9th Heat triple of the night.
Off an assist from Dwayne Wade.
106-103, Heat by 3. Vince Carter posting D. Wade, bullying him into the paint. Wade stripped him. Marion lost the ball out of bounds. Well, Pat Riley used to have a term for games like this: 4 men only. This is a very competitive game.
And you see D. Wade made the initial play, and then Marion just lost it going up.
By the way, the Heat's next opponent, the Chicago Bulls, won at Orlando tonight, 96-94, despite being outscored 23-14 in the fourth quarter. Carlos Boozer had 31 points and 11 rebounds for the Bulls. Dirk Nowitzki right back into the action for Dallas. He got only a minute's rest to start overtime. He's guarding LeBron. Remember, Nowitzki's 7 feet. LeBron using glass, it trickles in. 29 points to LeBron James. The Heat are up 108-103. The Heat have the first 5 points in the overtime. And it's going to be a kick on the Heat. 3:36 left in the OT.
LeBron saved a layup that time.
14 on the shot clock. Darren Collison against Ray Allen. Help from LeBron. Carter almost lost it. 5 on the shot clock. Wade with a deflection and the steal and the slam. You can't do any more on one play than Dwayne Wade just did on that play.
Are we in Orlando? That looks familiar.
7 straight points to open the overtime here in the house of the rising Heat.
D. Wade, same kind of play the other night in Orlando to put the Heat up 4 late in that game with 6 seconds left. He plays the anticipation, plays the lane, gets the dunk, puts the Heat up 7.
(110-103) Miami. The Heat have scored the first 7 points in overtime. Yeah, we were in Orlando Monday night. The Heat had to come from behind in the fourth quarter to force overtime. And then LeBron James and Dwayne Wade scored all 13 points in the overtime. Wade steal with a Heat up 2, preserved the victory. How about a little deja vu? Look what just happened a moment ago. Whoosh.
D. Wade, baby. We know he's a two-way player, and he showed it in the last 2 overtimes.
Unfortunately, the stat sheet has Wade stuck on 1 steal. I thought he's had at least 3. Miami up 110-103. LeBron James with 29 points. Dwayne Wade has 26. This game was even at 103 at the end of regulation. 3:12 left in the overtime. Vince Carter. Marion was fouled. Tell you what, Vince Carter made a good play in close quarters, surrounded by defenders, found the open man, and Marion drew the foul.
He did. He drew 3 white shirts into the lane. You see it right here. Well, there's 2 there, and then Battier was retreating back into the play, and he commits the foul.
4th foul on Shane Battier. Lost in all of it, Tony, was Shane Battier's 3 with 14.5 seconds left in the game that put Miami up 103-101. The unusual aspect of it, Battier's only 3 points in the last 2 games.
Well, we know he's a mentally strong person. He doesn't get down when he's missing. He's a gunslinger. He's going to shoot it. Every time he shoots it, he thinks it's going in.
6 points for Sean Marion tonight, along with 9 rebounds. That front court for Dallas has combined for 28 rebounds. 10 for Kamen, 9 apiece for Marion and Carter. Rebounds, by the way, all even at 45. LeBron finds Battier. Here's a 3. Kaboom! Well, Mr. Big, Shane Battier, 2 huge triples when the Heat have needed him most. 113-105.
LeBron's 1 assist away from a triple-double.
Marion's runner rims out. Great box out by Shane Battier, kept Nowitzki away from it. The Heat will get it back with 2:22 left in overtime. Shane Battier, 6 points on 2 big-time triples. Heat trying to win their 22nd game of the season here in game number 30. Allen catching and firing. And the rebound deflected to O.J. Mayo. Mayo had a 10-point 4th quarter. And now he's got a 30-point night. His 4th game of the season at 30 or better. The 25-year-old O.J. Mayo, one of 7 different Mavericks playing in the final year of their contract. An unusual situation. We'll talk more about it on our Heat Live postgame show. LeBron with a bullet to Allen. 4 on the shot clock. And Ray Allen was able to draw the foul.
Kind of got bailed out right there. Ray was under the rim. He was going to have to pass the ball. Heard the whistle and threw it up. Gets to the line.
Vince Carter's 3rd foul. Ray Allen, the 8th best free throw shooter in the NBA this season. 89%. These are his first 2 free throws of the game. Timeout to Dallas with 1:34 left in overtime, and the Heat ahead 114-107. By the way, this is the 11th time this season the Mavericks have given up 110 points or more. So far in those games, they're 1-9. Well, the 2 huge threes by Battier. The first came with 14.5 seconds left in regulation. It put the Heat up 103-101. And a moment ago, Shane Battier tripling again to put Miami ahead 113-105. The only 2 buckets, the only 6 points in his last 2 games. Shane Battier, a guy you want on your team and in the game when it really matters. Going to give you great defense, veteran smart play, and big-time shot making. Shane Battier, 53 triples this season. Surprisingly, that leads Miami just 1 ahead of Ray Allen. Ray Allen averaging 11 points a game this season, his first year with Miami. Allen at age 37, on his resume, 10 trips to the All-Star game. And how about 23 consecutive free throws made for Ray Allen. Allen has 15 points off the bench. The Heat lead it by 8. Dirk Nowitzki, who's played his most minutes of the season tonight, comes up short. We get a rebounding foul underneath. Battier and Carter were really battling with each other.
Ball will be on the side. Fouls on Battier, but it's the first foul in the last 2 minutes. So it'll be Dallas ball on the side. Good defense by LeBron on Nowitzki that time. What a tough shot he had to take.
Battier's 5th foul. You know, Shane Battier had only made 6 baskets over the last 5 games before those 2 3-pointers. Carter drives by LeBron, laid it up and missed it, but drew the foul on Chris Bosh. So Vince will go to the free throw line with 15 points.
Foul for 1, Chris Bosh. Second.
This game has been so close. How about each team with 41 field goals, each team with 10 triples. Miami with actually Dallas with a 1 rebound advantage. It has been hard fought and well played and tightly contested.
Both teams in the penalty now. The Heat has 1 full and 2 20s left. Timeouts. Dallas has 1 full.
Mavericks have made 16 of their 19 free throws. Now 17 points for Carter.
Still just a 2-possession game now.
Under a minute left in overtime. Heat lead by 6. LeBron off the spin. It falls and he'll go to the free throw line. And that may have just sealed the deal for the Heat.
Oh boy. What doesn't
31 for LeBron James.
What doesn't that man do?
Well, LeBron James had 36 in Orlando on Monday. Over the last 7 games, he's averaging over 30 points a game. And look at him wiggle and maneuver with the dribble.
Good screen by Bosh. Good use of it by LeBron. Once Nowitzki picked him up, Nowitzki had no shot of stopping LeBron on that play.
Now Mavericks in jeopardy of going 0-6 in overtime games. He's looking to go 3-0 in their overtime adventures. Yep. Another night at the office for LeBron. 32 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists, 3 steals, a block in 42 minutes. He'd outscored the Mavericks in overtime 15-6.
What's that?
We are back here in Miami. The Heat scored the first 7 points in the overtime to set the tone. They lead it by 9 with just under 49 seconds left in this 5 minutes of overtime basketball. Take a look at our Nissan drive of the game. How about the wiggle, the spin, the score, and the foul for LeBron?
He loves that spin move. You can't play him when he spins. You know, he's so big and strong, and he's so agile with the ball that he can play like a point guard going to the basket and then use his power to take it to the rim and finish with a soft touch.
How about the duo of Dwayne Wade and LeBron James tonight? They've combined for 58 Miami points. He'd have 118 points on the board after scoring 112 in Orlando. The 118 points, the most since the Heat scored 124 against Phoenix back on November 5th. That was early in the season. Wade with a steal, and he stayed inbounds. Dwayne Wade officially his second steal. He has iced the game with defense. 31 seconds left. Now, Tony, the highest scoring game for the Heat this season, 120 in the opener against Boston. And Miami got 119 in their 3rd game against Denver and 124 against Phoenix in their 4th game of the season. The scoring has tapered off a little bit since then. But Tony, the Mavericks defense far too giving. They allow 103 points per game, and they will fall to 1-10 in games where they allow the opposition to score 110 points or better.
How about the Heat are going to go to 16-1 when they have a lead going into the 4th quarter, 11-0 at home.
Now Miami will be 15-2 at home. It's the 3rd best home court record in the NBA. Denver Nuggets are 10-1. Oklahoma City 16-2. The Heat about to go 15-2. LeBron James comes out of the game, and here's it from this partisan crowd. 32 points, 12 rebounds, and 9 assists.
He had one chance at that 10th assist when Ray Allen came up short on a jump shot. Again, he comes close.
By the way, the Oklahoma City Thunder about to lose their 3rd home game of the season. The Brooklyn Nets leading in Oklahoma with just under 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter, 104 Actually 105-90. Joe Johnson with 33 points for the Nets tonight.
PJ coach team's going to go 3-1, I believe, with him at the helm.
Well, 32 points for LeBron, 27 for Dwayne Wade. Wade also had a season high 10 rebounds. Well, the Heat stay perfect in overtime and nearly perfect at home. 15 wins and 17 tries. The Heat have won 22 of their first 30 games, and they win their first adventure in the calendar year 2013. The Heat had to come from behind again to do it. Miami trailed in this game with 3 minutes to go. They were down by 6. Dirk Nowitzki's jumper with just under 4 seconds left in regulation forced the overtime, but the Heat were dominant in the overtime. Now, Dwayne Wade had a terrific game. 27 points, a season-high 10 rebounds. He also had 5 assists and several big-time steals. D. Wade in the Sun Sports Winner's Circle with Jason Jackson.
Eric, thank you very much. You know, you guys could end these things in regulation if you don't mind. I mean, that's perfectly fine. But what you are doing is giving them a carbon copy, not just 2 overtimes, but also you're having these wonderful defensive plays. Another read for you where you're jumping a pass to get a steal, helping out to seal the deal.
Well, when you're on the basketball floor, you got to do something. You got to make an impact. And, you know, like I said, man varies throughout the game. And I just try to make an impact either way. So our guys did a great job of tracking Vince in the corner, and I just read it and got us a little bit more room.
As you know, your fans want you to blow everybody out the building. But what's the residual effect of you all winning all these overtime games, being able to grind out victories that aren't always sexy?
Well, it's the NBA, man. You know, we're not that dominant where we can just come and blow every team out. You got to respect these other teams. You know, they're good. They come and they play very well versus us, and we got to find ways to win ball games, and that's what it's all about right now.
Season high 10 rebounds with all this rebounding talk. You got to feel good about that.
Yeah, coach told me to rebound. I've been trying to rebound lately. Early in the year, I wasn't doing as much, so just trying to get down there and help our big guys out.
Thanks so much for the time. Congratulations.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Happy New Year, Dwayne, as the Heat grab the victory at home in OT, 119-109. Eric, back to you.
Well, the Heat put it together in overtime last night in Orlando. Actually, 2 nights ago, when they scored 13 points in the overtime. Tonight, they outscored Dallas in the extra session 16-6. Oh, Miami 15-2 at home, 22-8 on the season. The final score once again here at the American Airlines Arena in Miami. The Heat 119, the Mavericks 109 in overtime. Heat will be back in action Friday night when they host the Chicago Bulls at 8. Heat Live delivered by Papa John's gets you set for game time. Heat Live at 7:30. This has been a presentation of Sun Sports, your home of Heat basketball. On behalf of our entire crew, including Tony Fiorentino, Jason Jackson, and Joanna Gomez, I'm Eric Reed. Hope you enjoyed another Heat win with us. Stay tuned next for Heat Live, driven by Hyundai.